Hello, 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 hello. We're going to get started in just a moment. It's going to be awesome today. Okay. So, let's see. I want to stream it. I want to live. Yes.
So Max do this thing where they take us plugging this in as an additional screen.
Okay, yeah.
If you'd like to do that, you just take what you need and drag it over, or I can just make this match exactly what they're looking at. Whatever you prefer, I can make that. It's a little bit easier just to make these mirror, that way both of these are exactly the
same. Okay.
You tell me what you'd like.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think, yeah, it's supposed to mirror.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. Because if it doesn't mirror, it actually would be. I think it's supposed to mirror. Yeah, it does happen.
Okay.
There we go. Hello.
It's me. Yeah, we have some music. Do we need just one?
Don't stop with me. You cut your thing.
No, this is the thing that we don't want to waste people's time. We don't want to. These are all pretty people.
So anyway, 12:15 is the meet and greet. So I'm on time. And we're about to start.
It is. Okay. I missed that. I was supposed to come on at 12:15.
Exactly. Right. It's not 12:15. You're coming. You got 12 minutes. It's right here.
Where's our guy? Yeah.
Where's your what?
What's his name? The guy who said the business guy. Hightower.
Who's Hightower?
The curly hair guy.
If you ain't good with 100, a lot of people.
The curly hair guy you were telling about those famous people. Is he not
Trey Roth. Yasak. He is supposed to be here.
Is Tony okay here?
No, people are on live stream. Okay. There's several people that are on live stream that are speakers, and there are people that are only you and Trey Roth are here, and that's
that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, he's not coming physically. Hi, Trey, are you here? Okay, so you just want to come. No. The 18th floor. Yes. Okay, excellent. We'll see you. Okay, bye-bye. sure why you use the red or you did.
Other people kind of like, hey, people that and then it's beautiful. And then like Italy, I don't know if your mom told you, we were going to go to Italy. From Milan, I love it. It was like a 3 hour plane. Yeah. I know you want to come on.
Yeah, like, come on. What are like two of the best things in the world?
Like on a situation like that where, so for example, it's actually commercial. This, what kind of pricing is you know, that can secure, obviously, you know, outside work, you know, getting it, you know, fixing up people, getting it, you know, from the cell phone, things that want that, you know, do it, you know, you gotta, it's important to do it all on its own. But it's really important, like, how y'all doing that? Yeah, I mean, obviously, he doesn't want to have, he doesn't want to have an applicant, right? With the same time, I probably rather take on that, rather than the assistant, why not use that and leverage? Because so that's pretty good. What do you typically what
Okay, Rhythm. Thank you for keeping us going. I'm gonna go ahead and open up now the presentation so you can change it. You look wonderful as usual, and you look taller. Oh, because you have on like phenomenally tall heels. Okay. And I'm like, why do you look so tall? Please. I'm about to get started right now. And you see what I was saying? Right? Because no, go ahead. I'm not sitting. Okay, we're going to be getting started shortly. Okay, Rhythm. Thanks for taking taking it off. Now I just have to figure out how to add, how to present. Hi. Yeah. Great to see you. Thank you. And you look amazing. I feel great. You know.
The right people coming back and get green lights.
We're gonna have everyone kind of crowd over here. Luis is gonna get started right now.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out how to put myself on present. Okay. There's coffee and tea. Let me introduce you. Okay. We're about to get started right now. We're gonna go through 4 hours. So 4 hours.
Yeah, that's all good.
I never actually every time I have tried to use it, it always ends up it always ends up being different than what everyone's. I got so much pressure on everyone's talking about this right now because it's. I'll figure it out. Hi, how are you? Hi. Love that purple.
Okay, you were, I would have told what you put.
Yeah, we met at the Airbnb.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the last night today.
Maybe. I'm just trying to get my presentation, and then we can get started. Okay. Now, I just gotta get. What did we need?
I'm just,
No, it's
yeah,
I
it's
just
just,
no,
it's good.
that's fine. But yeah,
Oh, so you're gonna play that over there too?
yeah, it's supposed to be. You can tell everyone to sit down and then introduce me. And we're streaming. Oh, okay. Where's the stream?
What Forbes classifies as business owners are people doing this for a very long time. I'm not going to say the number of years she's been doing it because she doesn't want me to put that out there, right? But she's been doing this for a long time. I think her first property she bought when she was 19 years old, I believe it was. And it's so all that to say, her mind, when I met Tené and sat down with Tené, how her mind works in creative and wow. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. But all that to say, she's brilliant. The way she's able to creatively and strategically put deals together and form strategic partnerships with individuals and people, and like I'm always in awe of it, right? And you guys are gonna hear her today talk about how she has been able to basically now start this fund. And our goal is to do $1 billion in assets under management. And I wouldn't want to be with anybody else or go on this journey with anybody else than her. So Tené, if you want to come on up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Technical difficulty. Oh God. Every time we do one of these, it's either I think I get better, and then something always goes awry. So thank you, Luis. Likewise, I was so excited to meet Luis right here at the Citrus Club. And he said debt fund, and I go because basically I had just launched the fund, Clearview Eastern, and we'll talk about that in end of 22. And what we're going to share today is something that's really dear to my heart, dear to all of our hearts. And it's not just investing, but it's investing with impact. So let me go ahead and get to this presentation. We're running a little bit behind, but we've got some awesome surprises for you. Okay, where am I now? All right. So just a brief disclaimer, and I have a loud mouth, so I don't know if I need this. Brief disclaimer, this is everything that we say is projections. There is risk in every investment. So, anything I say is just projections. It's not guaranteed. And most of what we talk about is for accredited investors, which means that you do want to kind of talk to your financial planners about anything that I say, talk to your CPAs, and if you're an accredited investor, you make at least 200,000 or more per year individually, or 300,000 with your spouse. And so our fund is for accredited investors. But the good news is there's some regulations that are changing the meaning of accredited investors. And so that meaning is actually, there's a bill that's already passed that simply means accredited investors very soon are only going to need to take a test of your financial knowledge. And I know for some of us in the room, that's a big deal. So that is in the works. Okay, so as Louise said, my name is Tené Williams. I've been investing since 19, and it's been 3 decades. And so I said, I kind of changed it up a little bit now. I said, okay, well, I've been managing over $15 million for the last 10 years. That sounds a little better. So, but it all came from doing the simplest, easiest things. It came from me being a teen mom at 16 and then saying, I don't want my boys to be those boys that stand on the corner in Harlem, New York, and then go to jail. I didn't want them to be those boys. So I had one at 16 and the other one at 19. They're 31 and 34 now. And because of them, they pushed me to be amazing. And so, it's always some diversity that we need to, do better. And then because of that diversity, that's what makes you better. I think if I didn't have them, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. So with that said, I want you to think about the just last 100 years. We are right now in 2024. In 1924 was the last Great Depression. Anyone notice the stock market fell out the sky the other day? 900 points. So I don't know. Are we on schedule? There was also a pandemic around that same time 100 years ago. Pandemic just happened. I don't know. But besides that, in recent history, we also have taxi services is now Uber. You've got printed newspapers. Who gets the New York Times anymore? Now you've got online news. You've got cable TV versus streaming services like Netflix. Did any of the cable TV owners think that they were going to not make the billions of dollars that they were making? Can anyone think? Like, did they think, okay, no, I'm good. Like, I'm good. And think about all the investors who invested in all of those companies, Showtime, HBO, whatever. Cable started in the 70s, and now poof, no one even has cable anymore. That started happening about 5 years ago, maybe 10, where it was like, cable? I don't need cable. Just give me internet. I don't want cable. No more $200 a month. So that is billions of dollars that just poof, right? So when I think about that, in the 3 decades, I have been through a few different cycles. And so, we've seen all these brick and mortar companies are no longer needed. We had the whole thing with that wonderful guy who started the co-working spaces. He came and changed all of that. Then it got even worse after the health crisis. It's even worse. And there's opportunity. Every time any of these things happen, there's a whole group of people who get scared and get angry and kind of put their head between their legs and go, oh, what are we going to do now? And then there's those of us that go, ooh. Opportunity. So Clearview Eastern Fund likes to take advantage of those opportunities. So traditional investing, of course, that's what all of, you invest in the stock market, you invest in you go to your financial planner, you may have bought your home, and you feel like that's what you're doing as, investing, okay, as a regular person. But if you're a little bit more savvy, then you definitely have that financial planner, you have your stocks, you might have insurance policy. Then again, change is happening. We've been hearing all of these whispers about the 2030 initiative. Anybody hear about the 2030 United Nations initiative? So that 2030 United Nations initiative is important to us. It's an opportunity because the ESG investing is something that everyone is talking about, and something that all of the entire world is changing their models in order to get into. So building codes are changing. Banks are backing anything having to do with sustainability. Family offices and insurance companies. Oh, sustainability? Oh, okay. Are you doing? And then, so that's environmental. Then you've got the social aspect. This is what ESG stands for. Social means, do we like what you're doing? We don't like what you're doing. So you may get funding if they like what you're doing, and you may not get funding if they don't like what you're doing with some particular groups. And did anyone notice when Elon Musk bought Twitter, he lost some of his funding? Anyone remember that happened? Okay, so that was because he had a portion of funding backing the Tesla, because it's that environmental piece and the social piece, but then some people didn't like him with the social piece, buying Twitter for whatever reason, we don't know, and governance, and I'm still trying to figure that part out. But we are focusing on ESG funding, and we have ESG funding when Luis just mentioned us going to Switzerland. We went there with an idea in mind that we could gain additional funding from some very specific institutional investors if we could decide to invest the way the world is going. Don't just invest because, oh yeah, okay, I want to buy another house. That was 20 years ago. Oh, do I want to do single family investing? Who cares? Right? But if you're going to you're going to buy multifamily, we all just lost some money recently after the health crisis. But if I say, oh, you know what? I'm going to invest in these things, and I'm going to do something a little bit more, just a little bit more. And I'm going to show you what we're doing with that, with sustainable investing and impact investing. So we have some awesome partners that are going to speak today. We have Mr. Ron Carter, who's actually at the helm of one of our impact investments. And he is a former Lakers. He was with the Lakers in the 70s. Mr. Ron Carter Jr. Also was the head of HUD for several years. And he's going to be talking shortly, him and Bill Smith. And that's Mr. Ron Carter Jr. with President Obama. So that's what that picture is. We also are going to be hearing from Mr. Roderick or Derek Whitehead, who is an international speaker, author, and entrepreneur, who also is going to help some of the investors that we've worked with. We've showed them how to invest by using other people's money. And so Mr. Whitehead is going to be talking about that with his son. And we have Mr. Fred Sams and his partner, who will be talking, one of our other partners today. And that's going to be about how our investments, we look at specific types of projects where we know we can do a cost segregation analysis. And what that cost segregation analysis is a way that we can use the things that we buy, get the maximum in depreciation. And the maximum in depreciation means that, you know how you have to, when you do your taxes, you buy a car, or you have a copier, which none of us have anymore, so I can't think of what we buy. But you can write it off over 27 years or a certain amount of years. Does anyone know about that? We're all business owners. Okay, so What this does, when you do a cost segregation analysis on the types of property that we buy, it allows us to speed up that tax benefit. So those deductions are sped up to year one. So we're able to write off all of our depreciation right away when we buy the property. What does that mean? It means that you get to keep more of your money in your pocket and push off that tax liability to a little bit later. So we also, in talking about impact investing, it's all about public-private partnerships right now. So that means going with the cities, working with some of these cities and working with some of these large corporations and nonprofit organizations together, so that our fund, even though we're a for-profit company, I never had an interest in being nonprofit. Never did. That's not my thing. But I can still invest, make a very nice profit, and still create impact. And so we are working with Gensler, who is an architectural firm that has done several of the ESG buildings in New York City and around the world. We're working with B360, who just put up 10 Class A buildings in the middle of the ghetto of East Orange, which doesn't make any sense, but he did. They're all sustainable and making a ridiculous amount of profit, actually 70% net operating income, whereas most properties only see about 50% net operating income. So he is killing it, and we're working with him as a developer. He does what you call build to rent, that particular company, owned by Araj Hassan and his family. It's a family business. We're working with the city of New York. We're working with Newark, city of Newark. We're working with, and I'll tell you why, those specific cities and Cook County. Why those specific areas? There's a very specific reason, and it goes all back to what I was saying about impact investing. We're working with the Defiant Foundation, and the Defiant Foundation is owned by a 7-time Grammy Award winner that I'm going to tell you about, and we're working with the city of Baltimore. So our goal is to create 10,000 affordable apartments in sanctuary cities across the United States. Who knows what a sanctuary city is? I'm so excited that I get to tell you. Okay, tell me what a sanctuary city is.
Sanctuary city for immigrants.
That's it. So the sanctuary city is, thank God for watches. Sanctuary cities, yeah, could you just get it and stop it from ever ringing? Okay. So sanctuary cities are cities and states and counties, because sometimes it may not be the state, it may just be the county, that decided they're not going to give up information of immigrants coming to their area to the federal government. So Florida, as you know, Governor DeSantis said, take your people and we're going to send them over to Massachusetts or something. He did that recently. So, and Texas sent people over here, and then they've sent them over to Massachusetts because they're a sanctuary city. And we know that we have migrants coming by the droves, not just from Mexico. They're coming from Venezuela. They're coming from places in Africa. They're coming from all over the world under the Biden administration. And this is happening. We don't know the specific reasons why. However, and you guys thought I was going to say something, but I'm not. But 300,000 people are coming across those borders per month. 300,000 per month. Those are the numbers. So that was the number in December. And so when it comes to sanctuary, so a lot of those people were sent to New York City, Chicago, Baltimore, Newark, New Jersey, and the U.S. Census Bureau. Oh, who's stopping them?
If you're calling them, do something.
It is what it is. All we do is look for opportunity. It's not important to me. Hey, I can't control what's happening, but what I can do is I can see how I can profit from it, right? And it's considered impact investing because everybody wants to create more housing. And so with a city like New York City, there's less than 5% occupancy rate in the entire New York City 5 boroughs, less than 5%. So they are in desperate need of housing. So when you look at the New York City housing statistics, like I said, the vacancy rate surged to 16.3% in 2023, representing a significant opportunity for repurposing office space. So this is where, I'm sorry, I didn't pre-tell you about the office space. I see a gap there. But there's several office buildings in New York City. They have less than a 5% vacancy, less than 5% vacancy rate in residential, but they have thousands of square feet, 20 million to be exact, of office space, which is currently underutilized and vacant. So that currently underutilized vacant space, we're able to work with people like B360 and have him actually remodel the place with sustainable windows, with upgraded, just insides and outsides and upgraded roofs, according to the ESG standards and sustainability standards. And we're serving the purpose of helping the housing in New York City. So he had, I think he had a need. When I say he, I mean Mayor Eric Adams, who I just met recently, to talk about how we could work with the city of New York on a public-private partnership. And he said, they had a need of over $1 billion to serve this migrant issue. And he got several $1 million. I can't remember the exact number, but it was way shy of what he needed. It was like night and day, less than 10% of what they received as the city of New York. So there's people just, on streets or whatever. So Mayor Adams' administration is committed to converting unused office spaces into affordable housing, offering incentives and support. So that is really, really huge for us, and it's an urgent need. Over 1 million migrants have arrived in the U.S. in the past year, with a significant number setting in sanctuary cities. New York City faces a critical shortage of housing, approximately 100,000 individuals just last year alone. And as I said, the vacancy rates. So I'm ahead of myself. Sorry about that. So here's how we get to 100,000 affordable apartments for migrants. The acquisition strategy is the office buildings that we just talked about. We also have developers that are coming to us with their land projects, and that's where the Mr. Bill Smith and Mr. Carter come in. They have a huge project in Chicago that they're going to be talking to us about. It's actually not in Chicago, it's in Ford Heights, and they're working with Ford Heights Municipality, and we're coming in as the investors to mitigate the difference in the funding that they're getting. So these guys always need only about 10% from a private equity fund of the entire project, 10%. And that's because we're getting funding from grants. There's funding because you're working with the nonprofits. So there's funding from grants. There's very low interest loans. There's also companies called that are under something called the CPACE loan. So CPACE loans are sustainable loans that actually work very similar to your taxes, but it's put onto the property as long as you do certain sustainability things to the property. So like if your windows are, meet the criteria, if your roofs meet the criteria, if your drainage systems and your water systems, you figure out how to use, I think it's called gray water, where you're reusing your water, rerouting it, all of those types of things. That gets you from your regular lender is only going to give you about 75%, and then they give you another 15% to fund those projects. So it's really huge, and this is what I'm saying. Go where the opportunity is. So our next goal is solving human trafficking with safe housing. And everything I said before is how we were able to obtain a very nice commitment from several banks that we are still working with. And when I say very nice commitment, I mean $100 million commitment that we are currently working on to solve these issues. So because we decided to profit, with impact, we have the ears. And what's funny is I said this section about human trafficking as an, oh, by the way, and they were like, oh no, Tené, you need to put that in the presentation. That needs to be the first thing you talk about. Because everyone globally is sickened by this problem. And I know none of us want to talk about it. But we are leveraging the multifamily real estate for humanitarian impact by solving this issue. And this issue is happening. This is a map of all of the areas that have had people kidnapped and human trafficking in it in the United States. 896 right here in Florida. I think that's Atlanta right next door, or what state is that? Like, is that Alabama? I'm horrible with this. Georgia? Yeah, that is Georgia, right? 417. Texas, 1,080. California, 1,500. Those are insane numbers. But we do have multifamily properties here. We have multifamily properties here. We have single family properties here. And so what we've, this problem, it's a national human trafficking hotline, reported that 11,500 situations of human trafficking happened in 2019. The U.S. Department of State reported 11,852 victims identified. This is reports for 2019. And then there are NGOs or nonprofits that are working on this. So there's the Polaris Project, helped over 23,000 survivors since its inception. Thorn identified and assisted over 14,000 children. And I have spoken to a nonprofit organization actually out of Atlanta, where she is a private investigator and parents call her to save their children. So she said, you know, Tené, I'm building a facility right now. Maybe you can invest. And her facility is to house these people that she's saving. And I said, okay, well, what if I could get you apartments in other places so you didn't have to travel with them so far? She goes, that would be amazing. So this is how we're putting this in our presentation to our lenders and our investors that, hey, whenever we calculate the occupancy for our underwriting for any of when we look at our net operating income, we only calculate occupancy at 90%. That's all the bank cares about. That's all we care about. At 90%, we can make a pretty damn good profit. But what do we do with the other 10%? Of course, you want to rent it. Why don't I rent it to the nonprofit organizations that are looking for housing throughout the country? So that's how we are helping to solve that problem with the 10% of apartments in every property. That way they can have a safe, hidden location for recovery provided by the nonprofit organization. So they're still going to pay us. And now I can get that other 10% rented and have impact. Does that sound good? Okay, so yes, sir.
We actually did one of those at church.
Oh, blessings.
We we created a house, and the ladies who were coming out of jail, who would get back into the same situation with a pimp or a deal or whatever it is, and we put them in the house, and they stayed in the house for 6 months. We got them job training, so on and so forth, and only about 2 or 3% went back to the life. The other 98% left and created a better life.
That's such a blessing. That's such a blessing. Let's give them a round of applause. That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, so immediate access to essential services, and those will be provided by the nonprofit. We're not providing services, but a lot of these people have psychological and emotional support needed, and that's provided by the nonprofit. And I already talked about how we are doing all of the sustainability for these properties. Energy efficient upgrades, renewable energy integration, water conservation systems, green buildings, waste reduction and management, enhanced insulation in windows, green roofs and urban gardens, smart building technology, which is a really big deal. That smart building technology, again, everything's changing, everything's going upside down, but then there's opportunity. So if you know anything about storage facilities, if any of you have had any storage facilities and you've been in one lately, you can see that there's no more any staff. There's no need for staff. And that means that the people who own the storage facility are able to increase profits. And when it comes to multifamily apartments, we're able to increase profits very similarly in the same way. Lower a lot of our expenses with the smart technology that's out right now. Sustainable transportation options and community education. So our public-private partnerships include Ronald Carter Jr. Also, the Defiant Foundation is working with, this is Mr. Steve Carless, and he is the 7-time Grammy Award winner I talked about earlier. He did Beyonce's last 4 albums. He also is the guy behind Nipsey Hussle. And he's currently the head of A&R, the president of A&R at Warner Records. So I have been working with Steve, and one of the things that we like in my buy income strategy, one of the things that I'm really passionate about is not just investing in real estate, but investing in diversity and being diverse in our investments. And if we are diverse in our investments, we're able to take 80% in the most stable, guaranteed income that is historically, you know, the land is, they're not selling any more land, right? they're not making any more, unless you're in Hawaii, and then they can make some more land over there, or maybe Dubai, but they're not making any more land. And when I say this word guaranteed, we know that every single wealthy person on the Forbes list or any list that you want to look at owns property and they own land, right? Everybody. Can we all agree to that? So 80% of our fund is all about buying multifamily apartments. It's all about real estate, but 20% of our fund is going to other things. And these are other things about buying income. And one of those things is I met Steve because he needed to raise $25 million to buy music catalogs. And I'm talking about, I mean, this guy is telling me about buying music catalogs for like some really important people that I can't even talk about because they're still in negotiations. But some really important people. So maybe you guys might remember when Michael Jackson bought Paul McCartney's catalog. So these are like what's happening. Again, opportunity is happening because everything's changing around. And everything's changing around because there's live streaming, and there's TikTok and Instagram and video games and all this. So when you buy these, any music, now you can repurpose it and you get paid on distributions just like you get paid on real estate. And so you're getting paid on streams, and they know, okay, if we buy this song, it's going to pay us XYZ. It's going to pay us XYZ, and they know emphatically, and that's why he makes Warner Brothers or Warner Records millions and millions of dollars, not just on new talent, old talent. You don't even have to be talented anymore. You just made a beat, and then and you're getting paid like just water. So we are invested in Defiant Records. However, he just launched a foundation because he noticed a problem. He's giving these kids between $100,000, $200,000, $1 million, and then they're coming back to him broke in 6 months. You know, oh, I went to buy a car. I bought a Maybach. And, you know, so, and this is historic because people like Shaquille O'Neal, who we're talking to, by the way, and Shaquille O'Neal is doing something in Vegas in real estate, and we're going to talk to him about what we're doing. And we're putting it together, and this presentation is part of that. So my connection with Steve Carlos is more than just Defiant Foundation. We're also invested with Defiant, and then he is like spiderweb to anybody. So that's like a really big deal. And so Steve's Defiant Foundation is solving the problem of all these kids have zero financial education. He's given them checks and they have no financial education at all. So he has teamed up with Equifax, and we were just at an event. Equifax is giving him $100 million, I think $100,000 or some hundred something. They're giving him a bunch of money for credit reports and to do financial education. And then they're also big on recidivism. And so that's all happening, and they are one of our partners. And then we are using Defiant Foundation as one of the nonprofit organizations in the public-private partnership with Mayor Adams in New York City. So we have celebrities, we have corporate partnerships, collaborating with municipal governments, mortgages, tax credits, grants, subsidized housing, and the nonprofit organizations. This is how we support our community. And now we have our wonderful Mr. Trey Roth, who is also one of our investments. I met Trey Roth at an event called Fun Launch, and that event, everyone's looking, you know, we're all a bunch of businesses looking to raise capital. And he told me about this idea and his business, and I'm just like floored. I'm like, I'm in. So like right there, I'm like, I'm in. And Yaystack's mission is to make the world more positive. And that's why I love the pop of this orange, because it's inspirational, it's awesome. Yay by yay, day by day, with a vision to become the #1 recommendation platform globally. But I don't know what we wrote there. Okay. The goal is to help the community live their best, their most grateful, joyful, and positively impactful lives through trusted referrals and recommendations. Yaystack focuses on positive advocacy, providing a refuge from negative reviews and encouraging people to seek and share the best in themselves and others by promoting positivity. Yaystack aims to create a community where everyone can live their best lives, and I'm behind that. Everyone, this is Trey Roth.
Hello. I'm Trey Roth. So a few days ago, Tené posted us on Instagram, and I showed my wife, and she said, "That's Tené?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "I like her." And it takes a lot for my wife to say that, by the way. She doesn't just say that willy-nilly. So, but yes, I so appreciate the invitation to be here. So a very quick, short version of this story, if I may indulge real quick, from my childhood. It was the summer between 3rd and 4th grade. We moved to a new town. My dad was an air traffic controller, and we moved closer to the FAA Center. And I went to a playground, and I saw a girl, and the clouds parted, and the sun shone through. I fell madly in love. She did not fall in love with me. It was not mutual, because I was like super short, overweight, mullet, bad skin, bad teeth, like layers of insecurity. Like the kids made fun of me whenever I opened my mouth to smile. So I decided, one, I wouldn't talk, so I was a mute. And then two, I would try to be in a bad mood so I wouldn't be tempted to smile. It was like layers of insecurity. It was so bad. But I had this crush on this girl, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, same girl, same crush. Finally, in 8th grade, I read this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You may have heard of it. And it was the first time I was like, oh, like maybe smiling's important. It had a whole chapter on it, you know? And so I get braces. I go running every night, like midnight to 2 a.m. Like I didn't want people to see me. And all of 8th grade, I just work on myself and I work and I work. I run every night and I lose a bunch of weight. I grow like a foot taller. Finally, it's 9th grade. I'm in high school. I'm 14. She's 15. Same girl, same crush. And I finally built up the confidence to ask her out. And she says, no, okay. She says yes. And then we date for 7.5 years to the day of our wedding. We've now been married for 17 years, this August 11th in a few days. And we have 4 beautiful kids. And I am so humbled and grateful to be able to tell you this story. And I share this with you to say that all of us in this room, you, we all have a seemingly impossible dream. If we were to all get up here and share what our dream is, and we say, look, no. Take the lid off. What's the seemingly impossible dream for you, for your family? We'd all be like, whoa, we've got some big dreams in this room. Seemingly impossible dreams. And let me just be a reminder, just for a moment, that seemingly impossible dreams come true all the time. And sometimes when they do, your reality looks even better than you dreamed. Now, sometimes you might be in that season. You might be in a season now where you're like doing that work, you know, a year of like literally in my case, running my butt off, right? You might be in that season. But just know that your seemingly impossible dream, it can and will become reality. Do the work, even when people don't see you, you can make it happen. All right, so our seemingly impossible dream at Yay Stack, thank you for indulging me, by the way, and just sharing. And it was a good reminder. Oh, yeah, my anniversary's coming up. I got to get ready for that. No. So at Yay Stack, thank you, Tené. It was wonderful because we did a drop at Fun Launch Live. It was the Black Card VIP event, and we dropped over $120,000 worth of products, services, fun like giveaways at City Walk over here somewhere nearby. And it was so much fun because it was like $5,000 monthly memberships and then Amazon gift cards and all these things. And it's funny because this all started with these teenagers where they just run around and go crazy and lose their minds. But then they shared with their parents and their uncles and their grandparents and, you know, all their family. And then come to find out, doesn't matter how old you are or even how much money you have, people love branded money falling from the sky, and people have a ton of fun with it. So Yay Stack, ultimately, we have this vision, yes, to become the #1 recommendation platform in the world. That's a whole component of it. But what we have and what we found to really, really resonate with people on our way to building that are geocaching giveaways. So I don't know how many of y'all are iPhone users? You have an iPhone. Great. How many of y'all are Android, if you don't mind me asking here? Okay, we've got a few. I appreciate it. We're coming. We're building Android. So I am the founder and CEO of Yay Stack, and Yay Stack, yes, is the referral network, and we do have geocaching giveaways as a means of doing that. This is what it looks like. So this is actually all these gift cards. This is $100 Amazon. We have $100 Target. We've got Chick-fil-A, Lululemon, some Lowe's. These are dropped just around outside here, and we're about to have some fun. So if you're an iPhone user, you want to go to the App Store and you want to download Yay Stack. Yay Stack. That reminds me, by the way, that's the way one of our investors, Dwight Howard, who won the NBA Finals championship with LeBron with the Lakers in 2020, I've got to show it if I'm going to bring this up. But Dwight is hilarious, and he says, yay, stack. And
Do you want to use the computer?
I mean, we can. That's a good idea.
Yeah. You want to put that on there?
You know what would be great is if we have if you go to YouTube, let's do YouTube, and if you'll
Okay.
type in yay stack, yay days, that would be most telling.
Oh yeah, you're gonna come back.
I can.
No, I have no.
Oh, you got.
Yeah, I already
Great.
have it on a slide.
That's great.
I have yay days on.
I love it. So let me see if I can.
This is and then there the food.
Wonderful. So this is setting up the food. I love it. Okay. Yes. Do you have a question?
Yeah, the orange one.
Yes, absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to go experience this. Now, from an investment perspective, just to let you know very quickly, we are selling stock at $2 a share. We have the opportunity and the ability to go from $2 a share to $20 to $200 to $2,000 over the next 15 years. However, again, what Tené said, that's not a promise. Trey said we'd go from $2 to $2,000. It's not a promise. It's a potential. Absolutely. There's a reason that we've raised a few $1 million, and we've got great shareholders like Dwight Howard of the Lakers, Shane Green of the Rangers now. He was with the Dodgers. Clearview Eastern Fund. I'm working for Tené. All right. We are raising funds. It's a minimum 50K investment. If we raise, by the way, by the 15th, which is Thursday, a week from today, if we raise 500,000, we're doing 1-year warranties. So you lock in the $2 price for the next 12 months. And a lot is happening with Major League Baseball. Some major contracts that we're working on. Again, not a promise, but something that's very, very promising. If we raise $1 million by Thursday, a week from now, then it's 2-year warrants to everybody who participates, meaning you're locked into that $2 price for 2 years. And it's 100% warrants, meaning you can buy however much stock you buy. If you buy 50,000 worth of stock or 100,000 or 200,000, you lock in that $2 price. So we're super excited to work with and for Clearview. We're excited to have y'all experience it and have a taste. And again, if y'all, even just claim some cards and then screenshot it and send the codes, because what happens is it once you claim it, it flips the card over and it gives you the 16-digit code, the 4-digit PIN. And so you can screenshot it, send it to your nieces and nephews or whatever you want to do. So that is it. Is there anything that I've missed that you'd like me to share?
Everyone's ready for lunch.
All right. So y'all enjoy lunch. Let's go. That's a yay.
Thank you so much. Awesome. So yeah, it's lunchtime. They're looking at us like, are you gonna eat? So we'll have lunch and then we'll come back after lunch, and then Trey is going to have you, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. And then Trey is going to have you go and find these gift cards. We sponsored $1,000 worth of gift cards that's all around downtown. So it's going to be fun. You found it? Yeah, you can't get it. No, I have both. I do have
Yeah. Once the card flips over, you can use the code.
Yeah, I'm, like, okay. All my advertising did not work. Oh yeah, we need to do something with them 13 acres. I was supposed to play this while okay, everyone, if you are online, you want to definitely oh, look at this. Okay. So let's see how we're gonna do it. Rhythm, are you there? Let's see who else we have. Okay. Hey, I see Tony is there. That's wonderful. Right after lunch, we're going to come back with Mr. Tony Opey and Corbridge and Johnny Sepulveda. So we look forward to seeing you guys, and you'll see us kind of having lunch. So I hope you'll have lunch with us. Let's see. I wanted to play this. Rhythm, could you do me a favor and play? No, I'll do it myself. I'll do it. Get this particular video going. Oh, I'm live. Okay, I'm live, so I can't use that. Okay, so YouTube, let's see. Okay, let's see. Hey, Rhythm, I would like you to go ahead and play the this video on your computer, and I'm gonna come down and yeah, if you could play this video on your computer, Rhythm.
We'll do that.
Okay, great. And then we'll take me off, stop my screen. Okay, so we have some people commenting here. Thank you so much. Who's that? Okay, Jennifer, Sharon Douglas. Awesome, awesome. Rhythm, can you please make sure that we monitor everything that is happening on the comments?
Actually, I found you on Instagram. Good. Yes, I found you and signed up.
Instagram.
Yes.
Now that's good.
Yes.
That means one of my athletes.
Yes.
Thank you. So thank you for coming.
Yes.
And you saw it. Yes.
We cater to our investors. And so the team, just putting together this event that we have now in San Antonio, as we look at this particular property, this is an event where we're actually walking the property. So we want you to take a look at the property that we're looking to invest in, actually feel the property, know where your investment is going, know where that's stabilized, what it looks like, because many of our investors are not necessarily in the same city as the asset. So that's why this fly-in is a new addition to the Legacy Tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. We know what's going on with our investors. We wanted to cater to our investors, a nice Airbnb for them to enjoy. So special attention on our investors is the most important thing. We want to know what's happening with your family. What is the goal? What are you trying to achieve? What I like to say is we are buying income. And so in buying income, we're buying stabilized assets that are already generating income. We're not looking for value adds. We're not looking for developments. We want stabilized income so that we can buy income for our investors. So because of that, long-term outlook, looking for assets that are going to last for generations. And really, it's not about passing it down to the next generation. It's about buying assets that will allow us to last to 120, like the Bible says. And a lot of our investors are looking for that investment because they've spent their lives, either getting money into a 401k or pension, and they're looking at their 401k or pension, and they're like, this isn't enough. I need to be a little bit more aggressive. And so real estate does provide that better return. In general, many people do turn to real estate for stabilized income. Right now, we're really excited because many of the people that bought in 21, coming out of COVID, actually bought at the top of the market, and we just happen to be buying at the lower end of that market. And so we're able to take advantage of distressed owners, but not distressed properties. There's so much opportunity right now is that we're looking for people constantly. The team is the most important thing of any business and the most important thing to us at Clearview. We cater to our investors. And so the team, just putting together this event that we have now in San Antonio, as we look at this particular property, this is an event where we're actually walking the property. So we want you to take a look at the property that we're looking to invest in, actually feel the property, know where your investment is going, know where that stabilized, what it looks like, because many of our investors are not necessarily in the same city as the asset. So that's why this fly-in is a new addition to the Legacy Tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. We know what's going on with our investors. We wanted to cater to our investors, a nice Airbnb for them to enjoy. So special attention on our investors is the most important thing. We want to know what's happening with your family. What is the goal? What are you trying to achieve? What I like to say is we are buying income. And so in buying income, we're buying stabilized assets that are already generating income. We're not looking for value adds. We're not looking for developments. We want stabilized income so that we can buy income for our investors. So because of that long-term outlook, looking for assets that are going to last for generations. And really, it's not about passing it down to the next generation. It's about buying assets that will allow us to last to 120, like the Bible says. And a lot of our investors are looking for that investment because they've spent their lives, either getting money into a 401k or pension, and they're looking at their 401k or pension, and they're like, this isn't enough. I need to be a little bit more aggressive. And so real estate does provide that better return. In general, many people do turn to real estate for stabilized income. Right now, we're really excited because many of the people that bought in 21, coming out of COVID, actually bought at the top of the market, and we just happen to be buying at the lower end of that market. And so we're able to take advantage of distressed owners, but not distressed properties. There's so much opportunity right now is that we're looking for people constantly. The team is the most important thing of any business and the most important thing to us at Clearview. Okay, we are back, and we're having dessert. But we want to start going to talking about some basic things. Let me know this is the new year. Okay, before I let you go, can you hear me?
Just to wait. Yes. There's music going in the background.
Yeah, there's a music. I can't hear the music. It's a great music too. I think it's a perfect music. I got music going on.
I can barely hear you with the music.
Hey, rhythm.
Okay, perfect. I can hear you now.
No, I didn't do anything. I think it's rhythm.
It's looping. It's like looping.
Yeah, it's looping. I think it's rhythm. Rhythm, are you there? Yeah. This is what it's looping. You know, we cater to our investors. And so the team, just putting together this event that we have now in San Antonio, as we look at this particular property, this is an event where we're actually walking the property. So we want you to take a look at the property that we're looking to invest in, actually feel the property, know where your investment is going, know where that's stabilized, what it looks like, because this thing is going in two places. I'm going to find another place where it is.
You have an extra window open?
Yes. It's
Perfect.
Okay. That is so hilarious. That is so hilarious. Let's go ahead. Let's see. So we'll play it one more time and then we'll go into yours. Okay, so we'll play it one more time and then we will introduce you, Tony. And rhythm, if you could please make
perfect.
Yeah, rhythm, if you could please make sure that our next guest is ready and queued up. You know, we cater to our investors. And so the team, just putting together this event that we have now in San Antonio, as we look at this particular property, this is an event where we're actually walking the property. So we want you to take a look at the property that we're looking to invest in, actually feel the property, know where your investment is going, know where that's stabilized, what it looks like, because many of our investors are not necessarily in the same city as the asset. So that's why this fly-in is a new addition to the Legacy Tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. The last event we know what's going on with our investors. We wanted to cater to our investors. A nice Airbnb for them to enjoy. So special attention on our investors is the most important thing. We want to know what's happening with your family. What is the goal? What are you trying to achieve? What I like to say is we are buying income. And so in buying income, we're buying stabilized assets that are already generating income. We're not looking for value adds. We're not looking for developments. We want stabilized income so that we can buy income for our investors. So because of that, that long-term outlook, looking for assets that are going to last for generations. And really, it's not about passing it down to the next generation. It's about buying assets that will allow us to last to 120 like the Bible says. And a lot of our investors are looking for that investment because they've spent their lives, either getting money into a 401k or pension, and they're looking at their 401k or pension, and they're like, this isn't enough. I need to be a little bit more aggressive. And so real estate does provide that better return. In general, many people do turn to real estate for stabilized income. Right now, we're really excited because many of the people that bought in 21 coming out of COVID actually bought at the top of the market, and we just happen to be buying at the lower end of that market. And so we're able to take advantage of distressed owners, but not distressed properties. There's so much opportunity right now is that we're looking for people constantly. The team is the most important thing of any business and the most important thing to us at Clearview.
Okay. Before we go on our treasure hunt, and I planned this, our yay stack treasure hunt. And before we go on our treasure hunt, and the reason why I did it after lunch, because I want you guys to get some energy back. But before we do that, I want to tell you how we are able to actually ensure our investors' returns. And ensuring our investors' returns, we are able to, we have put together something very, very special. With my good friend, Mr. Tony Opay here, and he's going to tell you all about how we're able to ensure our investors' returns. And what that means is that we're able, and we figured out a way that our investors, if they are able to take no payments year one, and year two, they start getting a preferred return monthly, quarterly, however you want your money, of 8 to 10%, whatever you choose, depending on what level you come in with us at. And that is no matter what's happening to the economy, no matter what's happening to, okay, the stock market just fell out 900 points. Oh, something happened with the tenants. Oh, there's a health crisis. No one's getting paid anymore. We can't pay. No one's paying their rent. With all of those, oh God, what's now? We figured out a way to mitigate the, oh God, what now? Because all of this is projections. Who saw the health crisis coming? I mean, I could tell you, okay, we're going to now invest in landlord-friendly states, and everybody pays their rent there, and if they don't pay, we're going to evict them, and it's really easy. But who could, have thought about that there was going to be a moratorium and no one has to pay their rent, and it comes from the federal government, but the bank still wanted their money. So we get to not get paid from our tenants, but the bank still wants their money, and nobody said that they didn't have to get their money. What? So anyway, we found, and because of those very interesting cycles that I've been in, I had to think outside the box and find opportunity again. And so that is why we have we're working with Mr. Tony Opay and Corbridge, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that now. So this is, hold on one second. Tony, you can go ahead and share your screen.
Perfect. So share screen right here.
Let's present. And Tony's going to have a few minutes, and then we're going to go. He's going to share how we're able to do something so unique. I'll guarantee you that companies like Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, certain companies, of course, we know that a lot of banks are going down right now. Okay, I just saw a list that was insane. Banks went down recently. But there are certain, many.
So Tené, let me know you can see my screen.
I can't see your screen. Now I can see your screen. Okay, so you're good? Many agencies
Yes.
are able to use insurance in very particular ways. In fact, one investor, Luis and I were just on a call yesterday with an investor with a different 100 million. It's not the same 100 million, it's a different 100 million, which is wonderful. So we came back from Switzerland just kind of with so much information, and we were so excited to share with people. We had some of our really awesome institutional investors say, hey, I got money too, but you need to guarantee it for me. And I spent all night last night looking at how I can guarantee their money and still spend it. How can I guarantee their money and still spend it?
Try that with the short
It's a really special thing called bonds. There's many different insurance products. There's bank guarantees. There's all types of guarantees out there, and all types of insurances that you can buy. And so this is one of the insurances that we are working with, Mr. Tony Opay. We just lost him. He was ready, and now we lost him. Anyways, okay, he's gonna come back. What happened to him? Something happened. Oh man. I hope he didn't. You know, it was so funny because the one time I did a presentation with Tony, and my computer died. and he couldn't go on because my computer remember that one. Okay, so Tony, the floor is yours.
Technology, right? Okay. So thank you, Tené. I'm really grateful because I've been working with Tené for, it's been like what, 2 years, 3 years? Okay.
Can't hear him? Okay. Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead again.
All right. Testing. Can you guys hear me? Testing. Can you guys hear me? Testing 1 2. Testing. Am I coming good? Testing. Yeah. Good.
You're coming in good, but there's a delay on the sound that's a little bit. Hold on, I'm gonna mute mine on my side. You're coming in good, but there's a delay on
Okay. I can speak, but I cannot hear you, so it would be kind of. But I can keep going, right? Or all right. So so I want to thank Tené for giving me this opportunity to be on here with you guys, and I want to share with you exactly what we're doing in terms of investments, right? So let's look back in the U.S. history, and let's look at what some of these companies did to protect themselves when the market crashed, because we want to prepare ourselves for the worst case scenario. So back when 2008 happened, or even during COVID, and you go back all the way to like early 2000s when 9/11 happened, the market crashed at these moments in business, right? So how you want to do it is you want to protect yourself from these inevitables, right? On average, something major happens in the market every 7 to 10 years. And so guess what? We need to protect ourselves. If you look at into companies like JCPenney, they pulled out money from their life insurance policy in order to pay out the workers when the market crashed. You look at Starbucks. Starbucks was able to pull out money to pay out the employees from their life insurance policies. When you look at even banks, with what we're doing with Tené, we're skipping the banks. We're going right to the source, because when you put money in the bank, guess what the bank does? The bank turns around and buys life insurance policies. So these are called BOLI, bank-owned life insurance, because the banks, they have to protect that money. Just FDIC, they can protect $250,000. What we're doing with Tené, we're protecting the whole amount. We're not just protecting $250,000. We're protecting the whole amount. So life insurance is considered a tier 1 asset class, meaning how you measure the strength and stability of the bank is based on how much life insurance they've purchased. So what we're doing with Tené is we're hedging against any kind of scenarios, right? Like you name it, war is happening, and you can rest assured that your money, your principal is protected, because it's backed by really strong giants, companies, insurance corporation that have billions and billions of dollars. So let me share my screen and kind of give you a background of the financial stability this company has. If I can find the share screen button. I'll present. All right, so Tené, give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. You can see my screen? Thumbs up? No? Okay, perfect. All right, so my name is Tony. I'm an executive marketing director here at Global Financial Impact. And I've been in the industry for 11 years. And so let me go ahead and share with you exactly what we got going on. So we're looking at Corebridge. So that's what we're doing with the investors. Corebridge has been around for a long time. They have billions and billions of dollars worth of assets. $393 billion in asset under management as of March 31st, 2024. 40 billions in premiums and deposits. 3.3 billion in adjusted pre-tax operating income, and $47 billion in claims and benefits paid out to the beneficiaries, investors, you name it. So as you can see, the ratings, in terms of the ratings, I wanted to make sure that when I'm working with Tené, I'm working with A-rated companies, right? You don't want to help people, with their investments and put it in a B rating or a C rating. You want to make sure you put it in an A-rated company, because they're going to give you the best service, the best customer support, and they're going to take care of our funds, right? The next one. So this is a snapshot, a kind of like a little glimpse of how the account looks like, as an account that we can leverage to hedge against any kind of losses in the market, any unforeseen situation. So in this scenario, as you can see, the net operating income is going to the accounts. The fund manager is able to pull out monies to pay out the investors and to pay for operating expenses, forced appreciation, to be able to pay for any kind of fees or any kind of emergencies that may happen. You name it. The AC has gone out in 10 units. Let's fix it, right? You can use this for emergencies to be able to pay the investors and take care of any scenarios that would happen. So what happens is you would borrow from the policy, borrow against it to be able to pay for these scenarios. So as your net operating income is going in, you never have to worry if the market was to ever crash because of the index strategy. The index strategy protects your money from losses in the market, because what it does with the index strategy, it mirrors what the market does. But if the market was to ever crash for whatever reason, whether it's COVID, wars happening overseas, right now it's because of the election, the market fell like 1,000 points. That's the lowest that has ever fallen since 2020, since COVID. Your money is protected. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. And my contact is right here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and we can be able to help customize a plan. If you're an investor, if you're dealing with funds, and you want to protect your money. So, Tené, back to you. Or if I'm open for questions, if anybody has any questions. You're muted.
Anyone have questions on how we're able to do that? Ensure our net operating income and ensure our investors. Anyone have questions on how we're able to do that? Ensure our
you were muted. You repeat the question?
Our investors. Anyone have questions on how we're able to do that? Ensure
You were muted.
Wait, hey, look.
It's a good way to make sure that you're understood. It's not repeat three times.
Anyone? No? Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Here.
How's everybody doing? Awesome. Tony, question for you. You mentioned that they were able to borrow against this bank-owned policy. What's the rate that a drawee would have to pay for borrowing against this policy?
Did you hear the question?
Repeat it for me. He's saying what's the rate?
He didn't hear me because I'm on mute somewhere else. Wait, how can I be on mute?
I can hear you good.
Are you on mute? We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh,
No,
really?
I muted him over there, but I should be able to hear him here.
I can hear you.
I just took myself off mute.
Okay.
Okay, now I can hear you. Okay, so did you hear the question? You heard the
he was
question?
asking about. You can ask the question again. He was asking about the rate of.
Yeah, he said, "What's the rate?" Say it one more time.
Yeah, like when a borrower pulls from the policy, what's the rate that they have to deal with?
Oh, the rate that they pay when they pull from the policy. Yeah, so
we call
when
it.
you withdraw from the policy, what is the rate that is being? Are you referencing that to how we're securing the funds and when we're pulling from the policy, or no?
When you pull from the policy,
To pay out distributions.
right? Pay out distributions. You're borrowing against that policy.
That is correct. Yes. What is the rate that we're pulling out at the funds?
Interest rate.
It's a participating loan, and they charge a 2% interest. They charge a 2% for taking out money, but it's a wash loan because the account gets accredited at 2%.
It's a wash loan. So the reason why is because it's already invested in the index funds, and the loan that we're taking out is going against the future value life insurance. And so you can have a private meeting with Tony to learn a little bit about that. But you have a question? Okay, so here we also have.
Using your money from the policy, your money is that collateral, so the insurance company's money. So they charge you 2%, but your account is still getting credited interest, so it's a wash like one.
So like, for example, money market, line of credit. It's 7% interest when pull against that line of credit, but I'm getting 5% money market interest rate, so it's a net two.
The next, yeah, but after that, that's a lot.
Yeah, so usually it's a wash.
Any other questions on how we're protecting our money with the insurance? Okay, all right. So
you're good. You're answering the questions for me.
well, no, we have the Nazreen here as well, and she's answering questions. So yeah, for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Which you guys work at the same company, so they know the same information. Okay, so we're so excited. We already have our next guest lined up, but we now can go on the treasure hunt with Yay Stack. Yay!
Wonderful. Thank you, Tené. I
You're
appreciate it. You want me to stand back here?
Yeah, if you could, so that everyone could hear you.
All right, all right. Okay. Android users, I apologize in advance. We are coming. We're coming as soon as possible. We've actually made a lot of progress that we're super excited about. It's coming faster than we thought. So still the launch date is TBD. But iPhone users, this is a ton of fun. Whether you keep the money for yourself or you give it to some friends, I mean, it's just a blast. And it's important for y'all to experience it because hopefully the story goes, yeah, the founder was at this event in Orlando and we just heard of it and it was a new concept, geocaching giveaways, but now every brand in America and in the world is advertising with this thing. People are going crazy. They drop at college football games, NFL, NBA, MLB, concerts, every conference. Anytime there's a large group of people, there are brands that are using this platform to drop excuses to go spend more money with them, right? This is a ton of fun. Now, just to explain a few details, we've got Amazon, Target, Airbnb, Lowe's, Chick-fil-A, Lululemon, near, some not so near, but near this building. You cannot get it. Yeah. People, I don't know if y'all seen the videos of people go crazy in Central Park for Pokemon Go. Well, this is another level with money. It's not just little digital yellow and pink creatures for a game. This is cash money that works. So people love it. Here, let me see if I can pull this. Awesome, awesome. So again,
So because we're real estate investors, I told Craig, I said, look, I want a gift card dropped at every property that we own, so that you can see all the properties that we have all throughout Florida, New York City, Phoenix, and so you can go all over. He's like, what? There's too many addresses here.
we can do that. That's coming.
It's coming. But so for all of you that are online, go ahead and download YASAC, because we have dropped some stuff over at some of our properties. He's got more to drop, but you can go on that app and you can see everything at some of the addresses. And the purpose of that, you're going to find out later. You're going to get all the addresses later.
Absolutely. And just so you know, so these are actually just outside. See, we're this orange dot right here. And so we're going to go outside. We're going to take just a little stroll. You're going to get to the spot. You're going to hit claim. Now, we're too far to hit to claim this, but once you hit claim, again, it flips the card over and it gives you the money. And this works. So now you go to Lululemon and you give them your shorts and say, will you punch this in, please? And they punch it in, and then they take off the $25. So that's how that works. It is one claim per business. So you can't go get all the cards, but you can get a Chick-fil-A, an Amazon, a Starbucks, etc. Now, the way you find your wallet here, it takes you to map. This is really a simple set of ingredients. We're super excited about it because simple means scale, fast. And it is a social network, by the way. YASAC is a social network. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Pinterest, Snap. They're all social platforms, all worth billions and billions and billions. And they have unique, specific aspects of each. When I say that, you know each one. It's a household name, right? YASAC is the next one, and it's an ads platform. It's a gamified social network ads platform where people they cannot wait to see what brand drops what excuse to go spend more money later. So the more followers you have, by the way, the bigger the gift cards you can get. Not at this event, because we're just going to make it to where there's 0 follower requirement. But this simple set of ingredients, by the way, has made it where kids are sharing, moms are sharing, people are sharing like crazy in Atlanta, where we're starting to blow up. And they're saying, follow me on YASAC, follow me on YASAC, follow me on YASAC. Why? Because the more followers you have, the bigger the gift cards you can get. So, but once you claim, you go to your top right profile to get to your wallet. Boom. Then you've got all of your cards there. Who's ready to have a little bit of fun? Let's go. Any questions before we rock and roll? You've got 4 already? Hey, he's in the lead. Whoever. What? Yeah, you can hit claim if they're close enough. Some have, by the way, we can customize all the radiuses. So all the radiuses are default set to about 300 feet. So it makes it, we've kind of like made it easy. You got one? Awesome. Keep going. Now, you'll notice well, no, they do. You'll see. We made some easy for y'all to experience it without having to go anywhere. But you'll notice the field over there's some good ones. Just so you know, whoever gets there.
Yeah, you got one. Get them getting them.
Yeah.
And then how did you get 4?
You just close to them. Okay, so we do all need to kind of go as a unit down there. Okay, is that all right? All right, so let's go. If y'all have any questions, y'all come. Timmy, y'all be nice. Y'all be nice. Have fun. Remember, think about Christmas gifts or birthday gifts where you can screenshot it and send it to somebody and say, hey, I got something for you.
It says no. That means I keep just scrolling.
We gotta go closer to the other ones. The other ones,
How do I know?
so it says, so if you're here and you want to get like any of these, oh, are you close? You got it.
I'm just happy. So I got one.
Uh-huh.
How do I go back there?
The map is right there.
Okay.
There it is. And then you just want to zoom in. See, you're too far. You want to, yeah, well, you got to go there.
I do good.
Yeah. Delta, you got to go get it.
No,
You're too
I need
far.
to be 300 feet.
Yeah,
Okay, so I need to keep walking that way.
correct. We're all going.
Yeah, we're doing all that.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Everybody's gonna get
Before you left, I think we should start like walking.
Wow, you come? So what kind of work do you guys?
Oh, yeah.
I'm project manager and
You guys come?
not yet.
Oh,
He said that happened.
It's giving me a time. Let's do this. No.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing it. Back.
Okay. That's just only.
Whoa.
You know, we cater to our investors. And so the team, just putting together this event that we have now in San Antonio, as we look at this particular property, this is an event where we're actually walking the property. So we want you to take a look at the property that we're looking to invest in, actually feel the property, know where your investment is going, know where that's stabilized, what it looks like, because many of our investors are not necessarily in the same city as the asset. So that's why this fly-in is a new addition to the Legacy Tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. We know what's going on with our investors. We wanted to cater to our investors, a nice Airbnb for them to enjoy. So special attention on our investors is the most important thing. We want to know what's happening with your family. What is the goal? What are you trying to achieve? What I like to say is we are buying income. And so in buying income, we're buying stabilized assets that are already generating income. We're not looking for value adds. We're not looking for developments. We want stabilized income so that we can buy income for our investors. So because of that, long-term outlook, looking for assets that are going to last for generations. And really, it's not about passing it down to the next generation. It's about buying assets that will allow us to last to 120 like the Bible says. And a lot of our investors are looking for that investment because they've spent their lives, either getting money into a 401k or a pension, and they're looking at their 401k or pension, and they're like, this isn't enough. I need to be a little bit more aggressive. And so real estate does provide that better return. In general, many people do turn to real estate for stabilized income. Right now, we're really excited because many of the people that bought in 21 coming out of COVID actually bought at the top of the market, and we just happen to be buying at the lower end of that market. And so we're able to take advantage of distressed owners, but not distressed properties. There's so much opportunity right now is that we're looking for people constantly. The team is the most important thing of any business and the most important thing to us at Clearview. We cater to our investors. And so the team, just putting together this event that we have now in San Antonio, as we look at this particular property, this is an event where we're actually walking the property. So we want you to take a look at the property that we're looking to invest in, actually feel the property, know where your investment is going, know where that stabilized, what it looks like, because many of our investors are not necessarily in the same city as the asset. So that's why this fly-in is a new addition to the Legacy Tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. We know what's going on with our investors. We wanted to cater to our investors. A nice Airbnb for them to enjoy. So special.
What? Is further what they the whole game. Yeah. You should have bought one. Oh, yes. I'm not figured on it. Seems like you're right. Yeah. What happened if they weren't? What happened? What happened? Weren't? I don't know. If they left. Well, I mean, we got these tables anyway, so we're going to talk. Roll, I'm gonna plug and roll. The piece one? Yeah, strawberry one's good. No, I'm talking about the strawberry and chocolate. Strawberry stuff's good. Yeah, the Luncheon and strawberry. Good one was good. Okay. I've never had these. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. Shit. Out of your bucket, out of your little mouth. Disgusting.
Okay, this is the guest one. Oh.
You looking for it?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to. What type? So, what kind of business are you guys? Orlando Health, and what about you?
Orlando, he doesn't work for Orlando.
Man, speak for yourself, man. What you keep talking about me for? What Alex doing? Talking, man.
You guys don't have iPhones?
No, I'm a project manager for the
Do you
big.
have iPhone?
Yeah, I have iPhones.
Well, you don't want to get the gift cards?
No, I already got like a couple already.
Oh.
Yeah, I got like 4 of them. Right?
4 already?
Yeah.
Gosh.
I'm chilling now.
Okay, let's see. You sent the guest one.
Well, yeah, I'm a project manager at a bank, and I'm currently a founder of an app as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. So what's the app do?
It's a basketball training app for kids with AI capabilities.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
and it was built on a community that we did weekly basketball trainings for the kids.
Wow,
So,
that's awesome.
yeah.
So did you get some venture capital already?
So we're still in the MVP stage. I built a team of 6 engineers, and they've been working on the MVP for the past 3 months. But right now we're trying to raise around 25K in capital to employ them.
Well, I can help you with that.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what we do.
Definitely. Do you have a business card?
Yeah, let me send you. So, we're a fund. And once you start making money with that app, well, we do invest in businesses ourselves.
Yeah.
But we usually like to buy income with established businesses. But
Yeah.
I have other colleagues that would be interested. Oh, okay. So, okay. All right. So I was trying to show my screen. Okay, so you just got some of these cards, right? What'd you get?
Yeah, I got a $25 Lululemon gift card. I got a $50 Airbnb. What else I got? I got another Starbucks. Late. I might be eating good.
Okay, that's so much fun. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Why is this not okay? Cam Studios. I want to turn my camera around. I can't figure out. Oh, you just got another $10 target.
Let's go.
Just now?
Yeah.
How? You trying to do it now?
I'm just signing up.
Yeah, he just.
You just realized you're missing out on money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone's gonna be signing up now. That's awesome.
So we are out here. We had $1,000 giveaway, and everyone's running around getting these Yay Stack gift cards. Oh, there they are there now. Wait, I can't understand how I'm live, but I guess it's working.
So how much do you have so far? Oh no! What's happening? Oh God! This is crazy. Everyone's having so much fun. We're definitely walking that food off.
Just imagine this at every conference,
I know.
every Major League Baseball game, every football game, every basketball game.
I know. And you have on heels. Oh my God. I need the link, the speaker link. Please give it to me. I don't know what link you gave me, but everyone can only hear me and not see me. Okay. So, did we get everything? No, one Amazon is out there somewhere. There's an Amazon. Okay. It's over here somewhere? Way up there. Oh. I'm not going up there. Wait, where did Fabian? Oh, I can't believe my own daughter didn't come out here. She missed it. Did you get one? You didn't get one?
Yeah, I got a $10 Amazon.
Oh, $10 Amazon. Woo, 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 woo. So, Fabi, what did you get?
I got Lowe's. Wait, let me tell you how much for each. Gosh, baby, I made some money. How do I find it again? Where do I go? Oh, okay. So Lowe's $50.
Okay.
Amazon 25.
Okay.
Airbnb $50.
Okay.
So that's 100, 125. 150. Oh, okay. So I didn't get
150?
No, I got 170, 185.
185.
But it's gonna be more than that.
I'm still going. That was
Oh, yes, Mr. Cheater.
Oh, Mr. Cheater, where did he go? He's gone.
he's got a plan. Clearly, he's got a plan.
He's not working harder.
That's why it's funny because we just started to see the hundreds go, and we were like, "How?" And there he is in purple. Down there.
All the way down there.
Oh. Those are hundreds for what? $100?
It was $100 for Target, $100 for Amazon, and there was another $100. I'm not sure, but right now I'm gonna go for the Apple for 25 and Delta for 50.
In those heels.
And those heels.
Ah!
I got 2 of these heels.
In those heels. In those heels.
She wasn't playing. Delta will definitely be seeing me today.
Delta? What is Delta?
That's like airline.
Oh, Delta. No, Ulta. Sorry.
Ulta. What is Ulta?
Sorry.
Ulta, please.
So makeup.
Oh, makeup. Okay. That's why I gave him. That's why he chose everything. Because I would have chose Lowe's and Home Depot.
I'm sorry, because I'm a little low-key, a little bit.
Okay. It is Orlando, Florida. You can get them later. Let's go back upstairs.
Sorry, Gertrude, I gotta leave you, honey. It's hot out here. I'm on a mission.
Okay. We are going to get to Mr. Fred Sams, and he's going to tell us, he and his partners, about how our limited partners are able to split the depreciation and split the cost segregation and split all the benefits, all the wonderful tax benefits, and the boringest stuff, but we need it. We have to have it because who wants to make money and then give it all to the IRS? None of us want to do that. Let me repeat. None of us want to make money and give it all to the IRS. So we are going to be talking to Mr. Fred Sams next. Huh?
That's very important. Shows dedication.
Oh, no, I definitely got them heels. Hold on. That shows dedicated. No, them
How much
heels.
money did you get in those heels?
Oh my God.
185.
185
And counting.
and counting. And everyone got cards. I think everyone got 4 or 5 cards. And that's why we're invested in JStack.
Let's go. Let's go.
Because this is viral. This is totally viral. This is going to be so much fun. So if you live in Orlando, by the way, you actually should download JStack because there's already cards. Everyone didn't get all the cards. So if you're in Orlando, you need to download JStack so that you can get the rest of the money. We also have money planted all over the country, and we're going to put it at all of our properties so you can know how you can invest with us. This is Tené Williams. Thanks.
Let's go.
Yay!
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 By looking at this camera.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so we have more gift cards. There was over $1,000 that we put all over downtown and at all of our properties. So if you want to get some of that money, you definitely want to download JStack. Yay!
Yay! Nice. I love it.
Cool.
All right, so this is us.
It's right here.
We're across right here.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So this is downtown Orlando. It's a lot of fun down here. And you were so right
About
about staying in one area.
I was like,
You're
I
like,
put some out just so you could be happy with those, but I was like, we really need to keep it
yeah.
tight because it's a long walk.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't. I'm always walking. So, and I'm a New York City girl. So I was like, oh, put some down at Wall Street. Put some at Lake
Just a
Yolan.
couple blocks down.
Yeah, I'm like, put some over there at the library. And he's like, I don't know.
I was like, I think we need to keep it tight. Right. Thank you. I appreciate that. The way the sun works and stuff.
Exactly. Oh, AC. Okay, we are getting to Mr. Fred Sams. Okay. And that's coming in a moment. Who has ever had a wonderful conference?
I think we're good, right? Everyone else?
Yeah, wait on everyone.
Yeah, hold on.
Includes getting ready and so giving away gifts. That's because but maybe
True.
see me.
Okay, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. And we are back, and it has been crazy. I promise you, it's been crazy. Huh?
Can do dinner?
Do dinner?
Yes.
Oh, can he? Oh, later?
Because he say don't take long.
No, I don't understand. So anyway, okay, we are now going to learn about how we can mitigate our taxes. We're all crazy, exhausted. I look red. I look a little red. I don't know. I'm turning red. But I wasn't running like some of our other guests. It was crazy out there. Okay, so in heels. Okay, it was nutty out there. We are now back in AC. Okay, so now let's go ahead and speak with our Mr. Fred Sams. Fred, are you with us? I don't see you on camera. Are you there? Okay. Who's coming? You're live.
Hello. There's a little miscommunication with.
Yeah, you're live, and we don't see you on camera.
You said I'm off at 1 o'clock.
What did you say?
I thought I was on at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, no, it's got to be now. Sorry. Let's see. Maybe I'm getting it confused. Let's see. What is it? No. Okay. Yeah, I am supposed to go. It's me now. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, it's me, but push it up 30 minutes.
So what, you're saying 12:30?
Yeah, can you push it up 30 minutes?
I'll try. I gotta head back home, get my stuff. I mean, I'll damn, no, I had the space set up for 1:45.
Okay, for
actually,
1 o'clock. Yeah, I don't think a lot of my guests have left already, so we're not gonna be here. So yeah, we'll just discontinue this part then. My guests are not gonna wait another hour.
Well, I understand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, no problem. Thanks so much, Fred. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so I'm gonna push, so let me go ahead and finish the presentation. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, Fred is not going to be with us, but I'm still presenting. And so now let me tell you the next part of why you want to definitely do business with us. So we just got through doing the $1,000 giveaway. Woo! Okay, so I heard that you were like a monster out there. How much money?
It's working hard. It's smart. It's about all the strategy.
Okay.
Buying insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Buying insurance might be the first one.
Okay, you were. We saw you. I'm like, what is he doing way over there?
No, I just like you. I'm familiar with that now. So I know where I need to go. I have my plan. I just, I hedge my bets. So I wanted to be first to market.
Okay.
So I got the first one out of the way, which keeps my daughter happy because she's asking me, on my way in, my daughter called me and she's like, Dad, are you done with your lunch? It's like, honey, I'm getting you a $100 Amazon card. So, Dad, really? Yes. Okay. At the time I said like, okay, what do you prefer, $100 Target or $100 Amazon? She said, Amazon. So when I saw it in the corner, the person's even asking, I'm like, oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. So I was a man on a mission. I completed the mission. And then I got far more. And then, I could have.
But what did you get?
Yeah, I got it. I got the $100 Amazon card.
Okay.
I could have gotten the Lowe's card, but I was the better person and let my fellow teammate.
Okay.
Get it.
Okay, so you got the Lowe's card.
They're not holding you back. Yeah, I mean, it was like, yeah. I was just, it was encouraging you. It was like, hey, telling you 150 feet, 130 feet, like, hey. Yeah, you say ads like it's good. I appreciate beating.
To the Lowe's card.
No, it was
Cool. Awesome. Now let's get back down to business. Here's an investment overview of what we are doing. Here are 5 buildings that we have identified to work with the city of New York on. These are the office buildings that we were talking about. So the city of New York basically has all of this 20 million square feet in office space. And so these are a couple of buildings that we have presented to the mayor of New York, Mr. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. We say New York, but it's only the 5 boroughs. And so Mr. Eric Adams, we presented these buildings and said, hey, these are, some of them are in Manhattan, some are in, this one in Grand Concourse, and they only have a few employees. These are city-owned buildings. So in our public-private partnership, we will be working with the mayor to revitalize these properties. So here's how we maximize our income. We buy stabilized multifamily apartments. We look for distressed sellers with excellent properties. So one of the properties that we're buying right now we're actually under contract right this second. I can give you 2 examples. One is in San Antonio. You saw in that video before we went to at the last Legacy tour, we flew a bunch of our investors out. And with that one in San Antonio, the owner in 2021 bought the building. It's 460 doors, 460 apartments. And of those 460 apartments, it's fully rented. He's actually at about 87% occupancy, but he got into a loan that's a short-term bridge loan, thinking that rates were going to stay low, and obviously they did not. They did not stay low. And so he can't sell at the price he wants to sell at right now. So he bought the property for $46 million, and we are buying it from him for $40 million. That is how we maximize our investments and our dollars. We look for market opportunities. We love landlord-friendly states like Texas, which is also one of those human trafficking states. But we can buy great properties from distressed sellers and serve the humanitarian effort of helping people that need help. We're maximizing single family. I left single family for a number of years, but right now we are actually deciding to, we bought 31 properties here in Orlando, Florida. Now those 31 properties are going to be for independent living, for residential assisted living, and for hospice care. And we have one of our partners here on the line. Let's see, is Jennifer with us? Let me make sure Jennifer is here. I don't see Jennifer. She was here. Oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate. Let's see, Jennifer. It went offline. I am seeing you were there. You're there. So, but you are not in the back. Let's see. Maybe you are back here. Oh, I see Mr. Whitehead is here. Okay, great. You'll go next, Fred. Just so you know, Mr. Whitehead, you're going to go next as soon as Jennifer goes. I'm just looking for Jennifer. Hold on. Well, let's see. I don't know where Jennifer is. Jennifer. She was here.
Hello?
Yeah, Jennifer, it's your turn to go on, but you're not back there.
Yeah, I'm not on. I was trying to plug my phone in because it died, and then I heard you talking to Fred.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna go ahead forward past you. We're gonna go to Mr. Whitehead. All right, talk to you later.
I'm getting on now.
Oh, you're gonna get on.
No, I'll go after Mr. Whitehead.
Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so these are the properties that that we are working on. And for those of you that are in the room, I know that you, so these are some of the properties we're at just all throughout Orlando. You see a lot of these Orlando properties here. Jennifer Brown is one of my co-workers and business partners. And what she does is she manages what we do with the ILF, the ALF, and the hospice care. So with those, she currently runs sober living facilities in Houston, Texas. I'm sorry, in San Antonio, Texas. And she told me we were doing something called ILF. And so we were buying these properties right here in Orlando because we found a distressed seller. And the distressed seller is selling 31 of his properties. So single family, all of them are all brand new. And I have another good friend of mine that said, you know what, Tené, since this is a landlord-friendly state, it's not like what you're used to in New Jersey. You can actually do $680 per bed per room. And we're helping the community because there's a lot of people that are on the streets, which I just spoke to one yesterday. She's on the street. She gets Social Security, $970 a month. And from that $970, she is only able to pay for 3 weeks in a hotel, and she's completely unable to pay for any apartment whatsoever. That's all the money she gets. And so those are the types of people we help in our independent living facilities. We have all 4 bedrooms, 2 bath homes. In those 4 bedrooms, 2 bath homes, we have 2 beds per room. We sell 1 room for $980 a month. And that $980, that's a private room. And then we sell by the bed $680 per bed. So we're able to make just about $6,000 on that house with a mortgage of $2,800. How about those numbers? If you think those numbers are good, take a look at some of our other properties. You can take a look at, let's see, where is it? Okay, we have that Grand Concourse. That was one of the New York City properties. We have 200 doors in Hialeah that we're closing on. And some of those other, oh, I forgot, almost forgot. We are closing on this portfolio that I actually pitched to Grant Cardone for $290 million just about 2 years ago. And Grant Cardone, if you know that guy, he said, Tené, your finger's on the pulse, but you're too early. And so when he said that, he meant I was too early. It was definitely a distressed seller. That distressed seller has a loan that's expiring in November. And he was what we call negative leverage. That negative leverage means that he literally cannot pay the mortgage with the income coming in from the properties because he's upside down because of the type of loan he got into.
He got into the same type of loan that the guy in San Antonio got into. It's a variable rate loan. And this variable rate loan went from 4% to 9% overnight. So those are the types of sellers, but he fixes the situation. When we looked at it for 290 million, too early, like Grant said, we found that there was a lot more deferred maintenance than we expected. And from that deferred maintenance that we expected, we said, okay, we can't buy this thing for less than what he owes, which is for more than what he owes, which was 225 million. And so he said no, and he went to work a different way. He decided to do something that we were thinking of doing, which was work with a nonprofit organization to get grant funding and to get funding with a nonprofit with the grant funding, and also get what was I going to say? He got a break on the taxes. So he got the taxes on the properties mitigated, and that's these 3 properties right here. And what's crazy is I recently went back after this property again. It's 1,673 doors. He still hasn't sold it. In fact, he got an offer from BlackRock and turned it down for 320 million in November of last year. And we are actually going in to buy that thing for 300 million. And I know that sounds insane. Those are insane numbers, but that's what we buy. We have a goal to hit $1 billion in assets under management. And what we are doing is buying income. We are buying income. So we are protecting our income. Because all of the properties that we buy, Mr. Fred Sams were an hour too early. So all of the properties that we buy, actually, we do what we call a cost segregation, and it's a cost segregation study. It's not a cost mitigation study. Anyway, so before cost segregation, you could see a little thing here, but we share with all of the limited partners equally all the tax benefits. So when you think about what you can do with your money, when you think about earned income, you have to pay Uncle Sam a income, what on your income tax bracket, what your tax rate is. But when you take that earned income and you buy a certain strategic type of income with it, like this, with us or any other private equity fund that buys these types of assets, we are able to basically have negative K1s. And negative K1s, and again, this is not financial advice. I am only using projections, and everything I say is a maybe. However, many of us, including the guy who's running for president right now, if you remember in the last election, he made, it was a big deal about his taxes, right? Oh, we got to see your taxes. We got to see your taxes. We need to see them. Okay, and they made such a big deal about those taxes. When they finally got the taxes, they found out he paid $18 in income tax. $18. Wait a minute. How can a billionaire pay $18 in income tax? You know what he told all of us? Because I'm playing by the rules. These are the rules. You need to learn how to play by the rules too. So these are the laws. I'm following the law. I didn't do anything wrong, because there's 2 tax laws out there, one for earned income and one for investors. Okay, so you got to learn how to invest the right way. Because it doesn't make any money whether you earn a business, whether you own a business, whether you work for, you're an engineer and you work for Google and you're making $200,000 a year, or no matter what, if you're a doctor, you're making $300,000 a year, you're a surgeon, and then you got to give the IRS half of that. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. I don't think it's fair. But the only way that you can mitigate that is basically buy the right types of income, and that's what we talk about here. So syndication capital, what we need is 25 million from institutional and accredited investors. I told you about some of the lines of credit that we're working on, but we still always want to work with investors, always. And those investors, we're raising $25 million from investors like you. We have bank support of 100 million from a credit facility, and may have another 100 coming to keep going with this amazing journey that we're on. And our mortgages will be, as I said, well over $1 billion. So our projects are spread across the country, and we don't do anything international right now for this fund. But this is a picture of me with Mayor Eric Adams just a few weeks ago. And we were talking about how we're going to do the community engagement with the nonprofit organizations, how we're going to design and develop the New York City landscape and change it into sustainable housing with the office buildings. And he was saying how, hey, Tené, this is something we're already working on. And he established the New York City Office Conversion Accelerator, which allows us to push through permits on those office buildings so that they can be remodeled very quickly, and the permitting process is little to no problem. So are you interested in investing with us? Well, I just want to let you know, if you don't have, the minimum investment with us is $100,000. However, we know that not all of us, whether you're self-employed, whether you have a job or whatever, can invest $100,000 passively. So we know there are other ways to invest that I've used in the past personally, and many of my friends use. Do you have great credit? And if you have great credit, and it's so funny because I'm always looking for credit partners, because we look for credit partners that are able to sign on guarantee for the company various loans when we buy single family properties, when we buy, this is only on the lower end, on the 1 to 4 family properties. You can work with us. On the bigger stuff, you do have to be an accredited investor. But on the single family to 4 family properties, you can work with us if you have great credit. You might be able to, if you've got some money and you don't necessarily want to invest as an accredited investor in the fund, you may be able to get a loan. Let's say you get a loan at 0% interest, and then you lend it to us as a private mortgage short term and make 16% on it. That's more than you're going to get at the bank. What if you could just lend us? We have investors right now that get a quick return on their investment, double to be exact. We pay 2x returns when we need to do an earnest money deposit immediately. So if we have to do an earnest money deposit, okay, we see a property, we got to move right now. We need $400,000 over there. We have partners that just put in that $400,000, they'll get $800,000 when we close. So that's another way you can work with us. And there's all types of partnerships. And I am now going to bring on Mr. Whitehead, who is a perfectionist at business lines of credit. And if you don't have great credit, it doesn't really matter because they help you with that part too. So let's see. Okay, Rhythm is my assistant is saying something, and I hope he's not saying that we can't hear you. Okay, he's not saying that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring on Mr. Whitehead, and then we're going to close out. And I wanted to leave him as the last one because there you are. How are you, Mr. Whitehead? It's great to see you again.
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Miss Williams?
I'm fantastic too. Did you see us running around the streets with those gift cards?
Oh, I know it. I know it. You got it. Job's not going to do itself.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. Now, do you have a presentation to share, or are we just going to talk shop?
Well, I like to talk shop because I like to make sure that everything that I'm saying it doesn't go over anybody's heads, and that everybody is privy to what's going on and how you can get yourself some capital without having to scrimp and save every red cent. So I want to make sure that everybody gets the much needed tutelage so that we can fund our own dreams and not somebody else's.
I love that. I love that. So tell me a little bit about what Alpha Sky does to help people do that.
Well, Alpha Sky Incorporated, we're a family office. We've been around for well over 30, well, coming on 31 years now. We can proudly and confidently say that we have assisted and we have worked with many of people, celebrities, politicians, athletes, business owners, entrepreneurs who are looking to branch out and start something of their own. Actually, as of right now, we're in Chicago in Peoria, and we're speaking to the National Chamber of Commerce so that we can widen our net and we can better assist everyone and make it so that everyone has greater access to capital. Predominantly, what we do is we do what's called Cred Corp Fund. So, Cred Corp Fund is get your credit together, get your corporation properly structured, and fund. So, funding has many different levels. You have funding on the personal side, you have corporate funding, you have investor relations where you can go and raise capital through many different means, specifically Rule 504, 505, 506, Tier 1, Tier 2, Regulation A. And those are private capital raises that exempt you and allow you to raise capital privately without having to be a publicly traded entity. Predominantly, what Alpha Sky does is we work with individuals and businesses to assist them with not only structure and funding and their credit, but also education. A teacher will have a classroom of 30 students, but will only have 2.5 hours. A teacher cannot sit down with each individual student and make sure that they understand what it is that the teacher is teaching. So the student needs to get a tutor because a tutor will sit down with that student and will dedicate 4 or 5 hours to make sure that they understand what needs to be learned. We want to be tutors. That's what our main goal is. A lot of people, they have LLCs, they have C corporations, they have S corporations, but they do not understand the proper structure. They don't understand why S corps are S corps, why C corps are C corps, why LLCs are LLCs. I'm sure that a strong real estate owner like Trump or Grant Cardone will tell you that an LLC is for holding. So LLCs, of course, have pass-through taxation. So all the profits from your real estate ventures or any sort of ventures that you have, they pass through from the LLC to your holding company, which would be your corporation. Corporations are very important. Corporations are Latin, corp meaning body, ation meaning government. A corporation is a body of government. The United States is a corporation, and the cities are subsidiaries of that corporation. This is what Alpha Sky looks to teach. This is what we promote, and this is the legacy that we would like to leave. Um, I know that a lot of people, when they hear credit, they sort of tense up and they say, well, uh, what do you mean credit? What is credit? Well, credit has a lot. It has a lot of underlying factors. But when you have credit and you understand credit, you know that it's like your shadow. Wherever you go, it goes. So with that knowledge, you could say, okay, I'm going to get my credit together and I'm going to get myself some seed money or seed capital or what they call founders capital. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to use this money to invest into something. What am I going to invest in? They say America's millionaires, and again, a million isn't that much nowadays, but America's millionaires are made through real estate, real assets. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get your credit together, then you want to get your corporation together, your corporate structure. Okay, so you want to have your corporation at the top and your LLC at the bottom. A lot of people use S corps, but S corps are what they call special purpose vehicles or special purpose entities, meaning they have a special purpose. An S corp is designed to get investment capital. That's why an S corp only has a minimum amount of investors that can be inside of it. Where do I get these investors from? You use what's called boutiques. Boutiques will raise the capital for you as long as you have your pitch deck, your articles of incorporation, your statement of information, your operating agreement, your bylaws. This is going to be inside of your corporate booklet, right? So this is what we like to teach whenever we have individuals come to us and they say, well, I don't know what I'd like to do. I don't know where do I start. The first place you start is what we call ground zero with your credit, because your credit is the most important aspect. And then you have business credit. Your business credit is very important as well. Your credit, it ranges from 350 to 800, but a FICO score ranges from 250 to 900. Okay. Then you also have what they call a PAYDEX score. A PAYDEX score is used for your business. So a 90 PAYDEX score is the same as roughly a 780 PAYDEX score, or 780 credit score. I'm sorry. So when you have this knowledge and you say, okay, well, I have my credit together, I have my business credit together, my business is properly structured. Now I need to get some funding. The bank will give you the money. Don't think the bank is a store. They sell financial products. Just like Walmart is a store, Trader Joe's, all these stores, the bank is a store. When you walk into the bank, the next time you walk in, look at the products they're selling. They have HELOCs, they have credit cards, they have auto loans. These are financial products. Okay. Me, myself, I've been in the financial industry for well over 10 years. By trade, I am a architectural and structural engineer. That's what I went to school for. But I also went to school for business management and finance. I studied hard and I studied long, and I studied this and I became a practitioner. Okay, I've been in the finance and the business world for well over 10 years. I've been through many of trials and tribulations, and one thing that I've learned through my ventures and my journeys and my partnerships is that the bank will give you the money. The bank is going to be your first investor. If you have a rich uncle, if you have a rich friend, if you're very wealthy yourself, you never, before you ask anybody for any money, you want to go to the bank. Because if somebody says, why should I give you some money if the bank doesn't trust you? Why should I trust you? The bank will be your first investor. They will be the ones to be the largest investor. They will give you your foundation capital or founder's capital. Okay, so once you have your credit together, your corporation together, and you're properly structured, you want to become what's called an upside down T, because you want to be wide and you want to grow tall like an upside down T. Okay, with that structure in hand, then you go to the bank, you have a nice suit, three-piece suit, nice suit. You want to be on a first name basis. My name is Mr. John Q. Public. Nice to meet you. I'd like to open up a business account. You hand them your corporate kit or your corporate booklet, which will outline your bylaws, your operating agreement, shareholder agreement, pitch deck, your structure, everything. You slide that over. He inputs the information. You shake hands. Now you have a business corporate account. Okay.
No,
Then you go out.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
What if you have an established business, but they're just not that very liquid? They have excellent credit. They already have a business. Now, for that guy who wants to invest with Clearview Eastern Fund, how can you help them get credit for investment?
Well, the first thing we would look at
business loans for investment. I'm sorry.
Real estate loans for investment.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, liquidity for investment, as I was just saying. Someone who wants to invest with us, they can borrow, let's say, get a $200,000 line of credit, and they can go ahead and use 50,000 of that to put on a mortgage, or maybe to double on the earnest money deposit by, being a transactional lender?
Well, the first thing that we would look at is their structure. Structure is extremely important. Okay, why is structure important? Because of taxes. It's not the money you make, it's the money you keep. Okay, so when you invest in Clearview Eastern Fund, what you're getting is a return on your investment. Okay, but in order to invest, you have to have structure. Now that structure stems from your personal credit. What we can do is we can go in and assist you. We are direct to bank funders, meaning we do not put fancy words on an application and lie and inflate income to help you get approved. We are direct to bank. We are partnered with American Express, Navy Federal, PNC, Truist Financial, Bank of America, and Discover. Okay, and this partnerships didn't happen overnight. It took us a long while for us to be able to get invited to banker summits and to understand the lending and criteria approvals for the next year, and the TILA, the RESPA, the AML, the KYC. So how we can assist them to invest is by getting them funding. Okay, so we can get you funding on the personal from $75 to $130,000. Corporate funding, we can get you $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $600,000 and up. Okay, and that's just corporate funding. How are we able to accomplish this? Again, we are direct to bank funders, but we also have what they call trade lines. So any experienced person that is involved with funding or raising capital or being a fundraiser will tell you that you have trade lines. So the way funding works with the bank will approve you 95% to what you have already been approved for. So if you go out and you apply for let's say a credit card for $60,000, okay, which is small, that's pennies to the bank, $60,000.
I know we're running out of time here, so I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're out of time. We went a little bit long, but we have to have this conversation on another time, Roderick. But thank you so much. We're gonna have everyone, if you're interested in that information, you want to go to. We're gonna put the link in the chat. You want to go to actually levelupadvisors.com/ULL. That's levelupadvisors.com/ULL. And Rhythm, if you could put that in the chat so that everyone could see that. And I think now we're going to go ahead and have Luis close out. But let me just finish up this 1 second. And we're going to chop this up. So a lot of our guests have already left, and now we are just finishing up with our streaming guests. So thank you so much, Mr. Whitehead and his dad. We were hoping to see his dad today too. He may not have been able to make it today, but that is Roderick Whitehead Jr. and Mr. Roderick Whitehead Sr. there. Excellent. So investment criteria, we have a 506C offering open to accredited investors only. And that is if you want to invest with us on the larger multifamily side in the private equity fund. If you want to invest with us on the smaller side, we have openings as well under Forward Bound Solutions. That's a different company. But guess what? Clearview Eastern Fund owns 70% of Forward Bound Solutions, but Forward Bound Solutions is the company that does the neighborhood level stuff. And we are accepting cash, standby, your self-directed IRAs, solo 401ks, your EQRPs, your 1031 exchanges. Just give us a call. And the minimum investment is $100,000. Investors are accepted on a first come, first serve, or first funded basis. Okay. So you want to review the offering And in order to review our offering, you want to go to our website, clearvieweastern.com. It's clearvieweastern.com. You go there and you click on invest with us. I'll let you close out. You might as well close this one out.
Same thing.
And then there's just a couple of more slides here, but you got it.
Hello?
Yep. Hold on. Let me just put this here. 1 second. Let me just get you there.
Yeah, like Tené was saying, just please go to our website. Well, first of all, thank you guys for being here in person and you guys joining us over the virtual world, we should say. But yeah, go to clearvieweastern.com and you can actually sign up for free. It's an investor portal. You can check out some of the properties that we have or have invested in, and some of the ones that we're looking at and raising money for. My contact is up there, Luis at clearvieweastern.com. That is the company's phone number there. And then my personal cell, which is better to reach me at. I deal with all the investors and just answering any questions they have, kind of walking them through the site and that kind of thing. But again, thank you guys for coming. I'm trying to think, is there anything that I missed tonight? Yeah, contact me. I always have my phone on me, no matter what time it is. Text me, call me, email me. And again, thank you guys for coming. The last of the Mohican. The last of the Mohican.
Okay, cool. All right.
Awesome.
I'm so excited. This was a great event. It was a little long. We had it jam-packed. But you know what? We're gonna do it again.
Yes,
We're gonna do
yes.
it again. We're gonna do it again probably in a couple of months. And so keep your ears and eyes open, because who knows how much money or houses we're gonna give away next. Huh, Trey?
Exactly. Let's go.
Because
Thanks, Trey.
I told Trey that we might give away a house. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, let's go. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have a
you,
great
guys.
evening. Bye-bye. And that's it. End stream.